11.2. All right, after this section, we're gonna have our next test, which is next Thursday. Thursday at April 30th. All right, so we have two sections, one at 1 o'clock you will have a test during your class time, and one at 3:15, and you will have your test on during your class time as well. If you finish your homework early, please email to me. Make sure that you title your name, the class, and the chapter. All right, the sooner the better, because I have so much email during the test day, and please don't combine the test and the homework together. All right, I'll email you again. So let's look at the last section, 11.2, contingency table. All right, in this section you're gonna compare two variables. All right, and you want to say they are independent or independent. It could be gender and preference. Let's look at the first example. All right, use the chi-square test to determine if the gender and attitude toward abortion are independent. So you want to compare the two variables here. One is the gender, which is male and female, and altitude, which means accept or did not accept. And you want to use one significant level and make sure to state your complete conclusion. So the next test, we're going to do a hypothesis test. Make sure you state complete conclusion. All right, so the null hypothesis, you're going to say something imply that the two variables are independent. So I box it here, independent. So I say gender and attitude toward abortion are independent. All right, and the alternatives will be dependent or associate. All right, so gender and attitude toward abortion are dependent. So this is called contingency table. It's two-way, all right, because you have gender. In this case, we have male and female, and then we have attitude, which is accept and not accept. All right, so it's two-way table. You're gonna go out there, randomly ask male and female. So you ask 88 female women. So 59 of them say it's acceptable, all right, and 29 of them are unacceptable. That's a surprise. So anyway, male, 74 of them say acceptable, and 37 say unacceptable, and all male is 111. All right, so make sure you know how to read each cell. So this cell represents women that consider is acceptable. This cell represents male that consider is not acceptable. And the column here, I add all the column here is 133. This is all the male and female that say abortion is acceptable. Same as the row here, this is all male who say abortion is acceptable or non-acceptable. All right, so normally when we use independent test, you have to check three conditions. One is it has to be sample, random sample. It has to be a two-way table, as I explained, as one-way, two-way table. And your expected number should be at least 5, all right? So let's look at our process. First thing you do, you state the null, you state the alternative hypothesis. It's always gonna be right tail and right skew. All right, horizontals, the same thing, start from 0 and increasing. And your alpha is 1%, that's the shaded area or significant level. You're gonna use table A4 on page 687. Now your degree of freedom will be total row minus 1 times total column minus 1. As you can see, I have 2 rows. Yes, so it's going to be 2 minus 1. Column is accept and not accept, so it's 2 minus 1 as well. So 1 times 1 is 1. If you look in chi-square 0.01, the number is 6.635. All right. Now the part that's a lot of work is the calculation. That's why I write everything out. So you have, this is your test statistic. All right. O is the observed, which is 59, 29, 74, and 37. All right. Your E is your expected. the formula is total row times total column divided by total sample. So let's look at the first cell. All right, let's look at the first cell. Total row is going to be 88. Total column is 133. Total sample is 199. So I have 88 times 133 over 199, which is 58.81. All right, so let's look at one more just to practice. This cell total row will be 88, total column will be 66, total sample size will be 199. All right, so in the test, I just want you to show me one of these. All right, just one of these, and then you can put E equal, E equal, E equal, and E equal. All right, so I have an idea. If you didn't get it right, what's wrong, you miscalculate, or you don't really know what you're doing. All right, so you have to calculate E from each cell. All right, so I use E here. And then you have to calculate O minus E quantity square divided by E, and then sum it. You have to do each cell. All right, so let's look at which one did I do? I did this one. All right, so O, this is your O minus E quantity square divided by E. Then you're gonna have this number. All right, same thing. Let's look at this cell. Your O 74, your E 74.1859, quantity square divided by E, and this number. So make sure in the test I'm gonna give you one page. All right, just like this big page, and then you fill up. So you add all the one that I put in the box here. This is your test statistic. I add this number, this number, this number, and this number. All right. So it's turned out to be 0.003185559. It does not fall in the shaded area. So do not reject H0. This is H0. So we don't reject this. Therefore, gender and attitude toward abortion are independent. All right, we finished chapter 11. Have a nice weekend. Bye.